I found hidden waterfalls, got caught in a dark mountain storm, discovered a genius way to see Salzburg without the city prices. This trip didn't go exactly to plan, but it turned out to be the most peaceful experience of my life. Here is how I made it happen. If you are new here, I am all about finding the real unpolished side of travel. So if that's your vibe, consider subscribing before you dive in. So, I wanted to visit Salzburg, but the city hotels were way out of my budget. I decided to stay across a border in a tiny German village called Inzell. It was a fraction of the price, and because I have the Deutschland Ticket, my regional travel was mostly covered. It started as a way to save money, but ended up being a total local experience. Living here was stepping into a fairy tale. My Airbnb host was so gracious. On the first day, they even gave me a lift to the nearest supermarket, so I could stock up. The property felt like a mini farm. They had the cutest cat that kept me company, plus sheep and rabbits right outside my door. Waking up to the sound of animals instead of traffic, that was pure sukoon. But you have to be pro at planning, okay? The bus only comes here once an hour, and the last one back from the city is at 4 pm. Since I couldn't ask my host for a lift every day, I made sure to grab my groceries in the city before heading back to the village every night. One morning, we headed out early to find a viewpoint we saw on the map. The trail was stunning. We found 2 hidden waterfalls and these little towers of rocks left by hikers who came before us. We even added few stones to our own tower. But as we went deeper, the forest got incredibly dark. Our internet signal died completely. Then the weather turned. It started raining heavily. It was cold and mountain rain. You can imagine. We were alone. We couldn't see the end of the trail. We had no working map. We realized that nature deserves respect. Even though we really wanted that view, we decided to turn back together for our own safety. It's a scary feeling when you are in the middle of dark woods, but it was the right call. If you are planning a trip like this, here is my advice. First, offline maps are must. Don't trust your signal in the forest. Second, leverage your travel passes. Staying in a nearby village and commuting is a great way to save hundreds in Europe. And the third, the 4 pm rule. Watch that bus schedule. If you found any of these tips useful for your own planning, hitting that subscribe button really helps a small creator like me bring you more of these honest guides. We came to Inzell for the budget, but we stayed for the soul of the place. Even with the rain and the missed viewpoint, I would choose this over a crowded hotel every time. Have you ever stayed in a secret spot to save money? Let me know in the comments and I will see you in the next one.